Good morning, everybody. Hope we are all doing well. It's another early start here for the weekly workout. My name is James Banks. I am your host. This is the third episode we've had now. So, once again, I've created another workout for you guys. This time around, we're doing a few different things. We're going to be looking at stretching because I spoke about it last time around. Me and Gabe had a good conversation around that. Some home stretches you can do after these workouts, before the workouts. But we want to start with the main guest. I'm going to unmute everything here. I'm going to bring him in. We've got Mr. Valde with us from OG. Let's bring this on. Go on, is it going to work? There we go. I can see him. Beautiful. How's it going, mate?
I'm doing fine, and you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Now I know you guys have been practicing hard. You've been playing a lot of games as well throughout all
Yeah,
the online side of things. But
yeah,
I've been doing this weekly workout with people, doing home workouts because of the quarantine, because of good old Corona messing things up for everyone. And
yeah,
I've been asking people how they've been getting on. I know you spend a lot of time in the gym. We see each other in the gym, a lot of events and that side of things. So my
yeah.
first question is, how have you been managing it all?
It's a tough time, I must say. I think to be quite honest with you, I think it's pretty much impossible to like keep up with your weekly routines when the gym is actually closed.
Yeah.
Um, but I've started running again actually.
Oh, nice. Gates are the same
Uh,
as well. That's interesting.
yeah, yeah. I think it's just the easy way to go. It's literally just put on a pair of shoes and you can go outside and you can go for a run.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really require any equipment, everybody can go out on the streets and go for runs. So I think it's a really good way to, you know, get yourself exercised. And apart from that, I guess I have one of those pull-up bars, you can
Okay.
hang on your door.
Yeah.
So I've had that for quite a while though. It's nothing new. So I guess it's mainly running and doing some pull-ups on the bar. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it.
Oh, so then okay, definitely you can learn from some of these home workouts because you know me. Obviously, when I'm in the gym, I'm trying to do as much weights as possible. I'm trying to
Yeah,
just increase the muscle mass, cut a bit of fat with it all. But my God, when it's come to this, it's been like I've had to change everything. Can't eat
yeah,
anywhere near as much. I can't get weights that are even good enough. I'm using some kettlebells and stuff. I'm trying to
yeah,
make it work. So that's why me and Blast came up with the idea of like, okay, how can we find an option? So I've been working with this personal trainer based out of Australia. He's been helping me with a few techniques and different ones you can do to try and make it work. Now, how would you say Gade is in terms of fitness and shape? Would you think he's pretty up there?
yeah. Yeah, I think he's up there. At
Okay.
least when I was back in North, he was always probably the guy who was going to the gym the most actually. So I think he's in a pretty good shape.
Well, I had him sweating out and even completely out of breath throughout most of the workout. So I'm gonna have to send you a link to that so you can see because
Yeah, I will for sure.
I
I
was trying to
mean,
tell people like for me, right, it was working, but I'm quite bigger and I'm thinking, okay, definitely Gade's more athletic than what I
yeah,
am. And it
yeah,
still worked for him because you're just pushing yourself the whole time
yeah.
through.
Do you feel like you're losing all your gains though, like throughout this time?
I feel like I'm just kind of losing a little, not as much as if I didn't do, right?
Okay.
So in terms of when I go back, I'll see what I'll be able to lift on benches and squats and stuff like that. That'll be
Yeah,
interesting. But in what I've been
yeah,
able to
cause
do in like body weight stuff, I feel like I'm
yeah,
I'm stronger in a different way. You know what I mean? Like I'm
yeah,
doing more
yeah. No,
push-ups now,
for
more
sure, for
body
sure.
weight squats now and stuff.
Yeah,
And every time I'm out of breath, like oh god, okay, this is still pushing myself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Cause like obviously I guess at least that's the fewest people who can do that, but it's
Yeah,
pretty much impossible to do deadlifts and stuff at home because
yeah,
people simply don't have the equipment.
no,
So I was just thinking like maybe people will start focusing more on cardio, but I guess for the gym freaks who likes going to just to lift heavy, it's probably a really tough time since all the gyms are closed.
my gym was one
And
of the final ones to close down, and they
okay,
kept putting notes out like, "We'll be open in 2 weeks," and that's changed to like a
yeah,
month, and now it's changed to
yeah,
two
man.
months, and I'm like, "Ah, this is getting
Yeah,
worse."
and that's the worst part about this Corona shit. I can feel it's just like you're really getting tired of it, and just the
Uh
fact
huh.
that you don't know when it'll end. Do you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Like at
yeah,
least if you have an expiration date where you know, like, okay, at this point I can start doing shit in my life again. But
yeah.
just the fact that you have no clue when it's about to open again is really frustrating. I feel like.
Have you had to like change your diet and what your intake is alongside all of this, or are you kind of still keeping it the same?
I mean, to be honest, I don't track my diet down to the, the slightest details. So I'm just the type of guy who will, I guess, like overall eat healthy, but I can go for a lot of crap food as well. Like if, my plan allows it, so to say. Like
Yeah.
I'm just kind of going with the flow. So no, I didn't really change anything just because it's different times. But yeah, I think it's really. I can understand why people are getting frustrated, because like, yeah, it's such a weird time just not being able to go out and do what you want with your life. Just feel like you're stuck indoor. And fortunately
Always.
for me, I at least have a dog, so he kind of forces me to go out 2 or 3 times a day, and that has actually helped me a lot during these times. I think I'm walking him probably around like 10, 12 kilometers per day, actually.
Oh
So
wow, that's really
yeah,
good.
we had some long walks. He's a big dog, so
Okay.
he requires some long walks.
So we should
But
do some like you versus the dog sprints. See who's gonna win that.
bro, that's not even gonna be close. Like he's gonna smash me completely. He's so fast. He's so fast.
Dude, when I'm out sometimes, like we got like an outdoor like Olympic running track park, and I see some of the
Yeah,
guys with their dogs just running alongside them, and they'll see a
yeah,
runner and they'll just go and try and catch up with them, and these dogs are
yeah,
crazy fast. I'm like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my
My dog
god.
is really fast as well. I
Yeah,
actually tried taking him for a few runs, but the thing is, like back when I did it, he was still kind of like a pup. So he every time he saw another dog, or every time he felt like peeing, he was like dragging me to the side, because he had to learn that like we're not out for a walk, we're actually out for a
yeah.
run, and that means he has to follow alongside me and like not do all kind of other shit. But he's the type of dog, if there's like he's like, ooh, a butterfly, and then he's just going out to the left, and I'm just getting pulled
You're being
alongside him.
dragged alongside, yeah. So there you go,
Yeah,
some strength training for you, holding the dog back.
yeah, so I've actually considered learning, like teaching him how to run now, because
Okay.
now he's a bit older. Um, but yeah, when he was younger, he didn't really get the point that he's supposed to run with me and not do all kinds of different shit.
No, we got some questions in chat. I'm going to take these in a little bit as well. But what's
Sure.
say there's no quarantine, there's no corona. What's your normal workout schedule like when you're home? Like how many times a week do you go? Do you follow a specific routine, or do you go with the flow and how you feel?
Uh, for me personally, it really depends on the amount we're traveling as well.
Yeah.
Simply, we just in the beginning of OG, especially, we just had so many travel days. So I feel like that's the worst part about like going to the gym and being a CSGO pro at the same time, is just time. We're on the road for so many days in a row, and just the fact that you often feel tired and stuff when you get to your destination just really makes it hard to keep up with a schedule.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say I'm happy if I can go 3 times a week, and if I can go 4 or 5, it's just a plus.
Yeah.
And I think going like 7 times a week or something like this is kind of overkill.
Hmm.
Um, at least if you're doing the right things, it's more than enough in my book to just go for 3 or 4 times a week. I think it's
Yeah.
a solid amount.
That's exactly the advice I give people. I'm saying like I'm crazy, right? Because I do it also for my mental
Yeah,
health. I try to go 5 to 6 times, but I also
yeah,
only train one body part each time I go into
yeah,
the
yeah,
gym
yeah,
rather
yeah.
than doing like a
Yeah,
mad focus.
that's what I was just about to say. Like,
Yeah.
if let's say you're working out Monday, Wednesday, and I don't know, Saturday, and then you're running Tuesday and Thursday, and maybe you have an off day Sunday.
Hmm.
That's completely fine because you're doing like two different kinds of things.
Yeah.
But like going for all body workouts 6 or 7 times a week, in my opinion, is just pure overkill. Like, there's literally no need, and you won't get as much gains as you will probably going 3 or 4 times, but then going really hard.
You know the
Um,
bodybuilder Dorian Yates, really
yeah,
an old school
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I
I know
watched an
him actually.
interview of him on the
Yeah,
Joe Rogan podcast, and he broke it down perfectly. He said people like
yeah, I
Ronnie
saw that as well.
Coleman
I've
were
seen it.
like in there like doing 3 4 hours worth, and he said he didn't care about that. He would be looking at specifically just destroying the muscle on that one day and only training like you're saying 3-4 times, 4-5 times a week max. And when you think of like bodybuilders, you assume and see all the videos that they're in there like every single day and doing it non-stop. But he had a very good system like that, which kind of proved it well. Like for me, I have a day dedicated more to abs and cardio, and then I have like I'll just do arms one day, chest the other, shoulders the other, legs the other, and do it in that way, and back on another, and just I really want to maximize each muscle part. But when you are actually inside the gym, what kind of workouts are you doing at the moment? Because you've got quite a slender toned build.
Yeah. I think I'm actually going for kind of like the all body approach. I don't have a specific muscle group that I'm focusing on more than the rest. I've actually been going with my former teammate like Mertz, because me and him we live pretty close together. So we've been going to the gym every now and then together, like when we have the time.
Brilliant.
And we're just trying to kind of do it all. And then personally, I've been a little bit into calisthenics stuff because it's so easy, because all it requires is basically your own body weight.
Yep.
So everybody can do it, but I will say though, like it requires a lot of consistency.
Yes.
Like if you just do it once a week, you won't move anywhere. You actually have to follow a plan and do it consistently. And I know Dan is doing it as well, like DDK. He's doing a lot of this shit.
Do a lot, even the rings and stuff as well. It's
really
the
rings,
interesting.
But to be honest with you, I think, at least from what I've heard and I've read, that calisthenics and like doing workouts with your own body weight is actually the most beneficial and the most complete way to actually train your body. Like you will get the most results with the, how can I put it, like not the least amount of effort, but just the things it requires is just minimal, and the results you'll see is, I would say, big. But the thing with calisthenics and bodyweight training is that you really need to have consistency, as I said before, and you also have to push your limits. But just we're so fortunate nowadays, I feel like, because we got YouTube and all this shit. So it's so easy to go into a YouTube channel and then finding like a beginner workout you can start out by doing, and then if you just have a pull-up bar at home or like a mat or something, you're pretty much good to go, you know. So I think calisthenics is a really good way and to work out your body, and also you will get like your frame. You won't get like huge arms or huge legs. You'll get a bit of everything, because it requires the whole body to be in good shape.
And do you know what I think I'm going to find really interesting is to see where I'm at when I go back, because everything I'm doing right now, I've got a few kettlebells and stuff, and I've got very low dumbbells, but like everything I'm doing is body weight. Everything I'm doing is like fast blasting, like high intensity bits of cardio and stuff thrown in at the beginning. And I saw my legs were like, you could just see the definition a bit more in them. Not so much that they're growing anything, but you're like stripping away the fat some more. So it's really interesting for someone who's always been on the weights to come into this and have a really different way of looking at it all.
Yeah.
Now, let me bring chat back up. So chat, start firing your questions in. For some reason, chat refreshed, so I saw one that was in there that said, does Issa go to the gym with you guys when you're on boot camps, when you're on events? Is he a gym goer or not so much?
I'm gonna leave Issa out to dry here. Like, he's actually been terrible at joining me and Alexia and Manto at the gym. I think Issa really has to step it up. He's been lazy as fuck. Sorry for the bad language, but you can fucking tag him in this, like, and call him out, because he deserved it, man.
So this is
but I will say one thing though. Like, Issa is constantly telling us about the time when he used to work out. Like, he has some photos when he used to be like kind of big compared to what he is now. And I just can't believe that Issa has been going to the gym like this. Man, like, no way. I always see him playing FPL until 5 a.m.
So he's grinding the game, not so much the gym. When you say he was really big in these photos, do you mean big as in like muscular big, or big as in put on too much fat big?
No, like he was just more massive than he is
Oh,
now.
really?
Like, yeah. Like, maybe he can send you
Interesting.
a photo or something. Like,
Oh,
I
we're gonna
know
have
he
to
likes
find
to show
out.
this, 'cause then he can look back at the time when he was actually in shape.
Now, there's one member you've touched on the rest of your team, but you've left Nathan out of this. Is
Yeah.
he one to go or not? Because I'll be honest, I've never seen him in the gym at events.
No, I think Nathan is the type of guy, like, I can't really speak on his behalf, but I
Yeah.
think he's the type of guy who will do whatever the team wants. So let's say that we decide to go for some gym sessions as a
Mm-hmm.
team. I'm sure he'll come along, just to be part of it. But yeah, I also respect the fact that all people are not alike,
Of course.
and I think there is no point forcing people going to the gym if they don't want to. Like, I'm not even talking about Nathan in specific here. I'm just talking in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, personally, to be honest with you, I think there's a lot of bullshit going on in terms of um, people overselling or overstating what going to the gym means to you as a player in relation to the game.
Yes.
Like, to be quite honest with you, I don't go to the gym because I have a feeling that it's gonna make me actually better at playing.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the gym because I know it's good for my body, and since we sit so much down with the work we have, like playing CSGO professionally, and just like if you're playing casual as well, like we spend so many hours simply sitting in a chair,
Yeah.
and like the human body is made to move, and not sit down. That's the only reason why I'm going. And then of course on top of that, it can be fun going with your teammates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been going to the gym ever since I was like 10 years old, just because of the fact that I like working out personally. I think it's
Yeah.
fun, but also that the human body, like, we need to move. And I remember when I was like a teenager and I was playing a lot of computer, I remember a time I reached, I think it was 190 hours on 2 weeks on Steam.
Wow.
And like it was no idle, and that's literally I think like 14-15 hours a day in a row sitting down in front of a
That's a
computer. so
grind. Damn.
so 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 yeah, I think, but that's also what it requires to go to the top, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like, you really have to spend time. And um so I think like going to the gym is not for me about overselling it or saying this and that. I think if you're just looking to take care of your body, and also getting some fresh air, or like some positiveness into your
Mm-hmm.
mind, eating healthy, or at least like kind of healthy, and going to the gym every now and then will really help you along the way. So in that way, it can help you, but it's not like, if I went to the gym 2 hours a day, then directly you can check my stats next month and I'm a better player. It's not
Yeah.
like that for me at all. So yeah.
And that's the thing, right? At the moment, there's no scientific way of looking at it and going, oh yeah, working out helps. Like, we can talk about working out in a body benefit like that. It's just good for you in general. Everyone should be having some form
Yeah.
of exercise, and you can also talk about the mental benefits of it as well, right? The endorphins going into your brain when you're working out makes you feel better, puts you in a good mood and stuff. But I
Yeah.
also think, like, say if I was a pro player like you guys and I'm lifting really heavy weights, there is days where I know that's going to have a negative impact on me
Yeah.
performing in game, because my arms are ruined personally if I've done like a bicep and tricep set of exercises. I'm definitely not moving this mouse. It doesn't matter how light the mouse is. My arms are
Yeah.
going to feel a bit of tension. They're going to
Yeah.
feel a bit more pain.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I had a conversation with Device about it, and he was saying he's changed most of his workouts now to be completely focused on doing it in like smarter ways, not looking at just the weight and stuff, but doing it for pure fitness, not doing anything
Yeah.
that's going to put too much strain on a part of the body or something like that. And that's
Yeah.
actually super smart, because there are ways like you can go too far in the right direction of like, oh, I'm doing workouts, but actually it could have a negative impact. I really hope we can do some like studies or something later on to really
Yeah.
see it. But the overselling part is like, just because you're in shape, you're not going to be an amazing gamer. We know some
No.
of the gamers that just don't go to the gym at all. I've never seen them in there. They don't even talk about fitness, and they're some of the best
Yeah.
players in the world, right? So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Exactly. That's
you can see the
exactly my
trade
point.
off.
Like, yeah. So yeah, I think you made a really good point. And same as Device is saying, if you have an official match the day after and you're killing your arms and shoulders, then if you come to the game sore and you feel like you're not sitting properly in the chair and whatever, obviously that's not good for you. So again, I think it's about just using using your brain basically and logic, and maybe you should go for a leg day or something else, so you're not affected by the gym, because obviously that's not the point that is supposed to hinder you. It's supposed to help you being fresh and having a good state of mind. So yeah. I guess it's quite obvious for me, at least, that you don't kill yourself right before you go into a game.
Now, this is a good question. It says, what's your favorite routine to get your heart rate up, etc., before doing your workouts? So for me, I love the ones that the stairs. So the stairs are ones where you're literally just walking up the whole time.
I don't have that in my gym, sadly.
Oh, you don't?
No, it's like a Stairmaster.
Yeah, the Stairmaster. That's it.
Yeah.
I love them because for me, it's like, it's a big push, right? You can go fast up on it. It's getting your legs up, but also it's not, because the thing for me, obviously, I'm trying to look at gaining muscle. So I want to get sweaty, get that heart rate up, but I don't want to burn out too much of my energy. I want to put that full focus on what I'm lifting. So for me, I try and do cardio on like one whole day, or at the end of a session. At the beginning, I just literally want to warm up, and I find the Stairmaster for me just works perfectly to blast through it.
I mean, I'm living on the 3rd floor, so I can just go outside.
You're running up and down the stairs.
Yeah. No, I remember back when I had Jonas Wimp as our sports director, we were doing a lot of CrossFit, and we had some pretty high intensity workouts, I would say. So what we used to do was that he found, like, let's say 4 or 5 exercises, and then you do like intervals of those. So it could be like rowing, the assault bike. Obviously, this requires some access to the gym. But like rowing, assault bike, the skiing machine, and then, for example, like box jumps and, let's say, burpees. Like those 5 for a few rounds will kill you. I'm telling you. So doesn't really have to be more than that. And these high intensity workouts, I would say as well, like a lot of people are having the excuse about time, when going to the gym. I know I talked about it before when I was going, but literally, if you want to be in good shape, it doesn't require going 3 hours to the gym. Like, this is simply not true. All you have to do if you have a good workout is go for like 30 minutes. Like, honestly, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it's more than enough to stay in a good shape and like actually improving as well. Like, not just being plateaued on the same place. You can actually improve by going 30 or 40 minutes. I would say like 3 or 4 times a week. It's more than enough.
And I also think people put too much stock in the time you should spend there. Like, I see people like, oh, I've done a 3-hour session today. And I'm like, well, if you've been in there 3 hours, you've either spent a lot of time not actually doing the workout and resting, which you probably rested too much, or you're just doing it for some sort of like ego kind of bragging rights with it. Because for me, I want to get my session done in my actual weights, right? I want to get that done within, say, 50 minutes to an hour, and then 10 to 15 minutes of cardio across the whole session. But I don't want to be having breaks of like more than a minute in between each set. I want to be able to just go straight exercise, because you want to keep that tension on the muscle. You want to keep that muscle tired and keep pushing it to grow in that sense. So yeah, a lot of this, like, oh, you need to kind of live in there and do all that side of things. It doesn't really work for me either. All right, we've got another good one here. It says, why is there so much focus on working out nowadays in esports, especially in Counter-Strike? It seems that almost every pro is part of this culture. I can guarantee you it's not every pro, but there is definitely a lot more than what there used to be.
Yeah. I mean, I can go first if you want to chip in after me, but just for me, I think it's a natural, what should I call it, like a natural part of the whole scene becoming more professional. So if I look back at when I started playing pro around, I would say like 5 years ago, there was no such thing as like sports psychologists, dietists, sports directors, even like coaches. I didn't have a coach until some years into my career, like all this kind of stuff is quite new for our business. And I think just esports becoming as big as it is now, and as it's looking to be in the future, I think it's a pretty natural thing that players start becoming more aware, and organizations as well, of what it takes to be a professional. Sure, you could argue that you can still be the world's best player without going a minute to the gym, but I still think in the end of the day, it's about the complete player. And also you gotta think in the future about stuff like branding. It's gonna play a big part. Like when sponsors are coming in, they don't want, like, if they have a guy who is like, let's say 10 out of 10 at the game, but he's also like brandable, let's put it this way.
Yep.
And you have a guy who's like as good, but doesn't have the branding side. They're gonna go for the first guy. And it's as simple as that. Like, I don't even have to say more than this to explain why people are starting to focus on stuff like this.
Completely agree, because you look at it, right, it's when you're saying about the branding side of things, and I can be a bit more open as to what it is. It's like me when I was 30 kg heavier than what I am now was definitely less appealing than me who is looking like this and I'm not done yet, because it's one of these ones where you kind of you have to think marketing is part of the effect. You have to think that they need to be pushing a positive image out there as well on that side of things. And I think more people, especially in esports in general, are getting into fitness because we're starting to realize we're not just the gamers anymore, right? We are a bit of like role models in the pro players. Loads of these younger kids who are up and coming players, who are fans, they look up to you guys. They want to see what you guys are up to. So we have to take some responsibility in with it, which is like, for me, my reason was completely outside of esports, why I want to get back onto improving myself, because I'd always come from this background doing kickboxing, MMA and stuff like that before. And I just let myself go when my son was born, and then I turned around and was like, nope, can't have this anymore. I need to get back and turn this around. And I've had my own motivation with it. But I think with esports players now, it's 100% one of those things where they're seeing it as a necessary thing to do. It is generally, if you are healthier, you are going to be better. Not just to say we're not, like we spoke about, it doesn't mean directly in the game, but it just means better mentally, better focus, better energy across the day. I think that's so important when it comes to it.
Yep, totally agree.
All right, next question says, do you work out when you're on tournament? Oh, it dropped down. Or do you work out less, only focusing on Counter-Strike at a time? How does it work for you?
As I stated previously, I work out at tournaments. It really depends on the schedule we have, like how much we're practicing, do we have a media day, all this kind of stuff will of course have an effect in terms of how much I'm actually going to the gym. But I think, let's say we have a tournament for, I don't know, like 10 days, so a week and a half. I'd be happy if I can go like maybe 5 or 6 of the days. And then some of the days you just, like, you start out the day by maybe having some I don't know, like demo review or team talk. Then we maybe have to prepare for the game. Then we have to play some practice before the game. Then we're going to the actual game. If we're playing a best of 3, that can drag out for like 3-4 hours even.
Yep.
Then by the time you get back, you need some food, and then maybe you're totally like out of it that day. And then I just have learned to accept that fact that, okay, on this day I'm not gonna go to the gym, but then I'm gonna go tomorrow morning instead, and that's fine. Like, I'm not beating myself up too much about it.
Yeah.
So again, if I can go like half the days at a tournament, I'll be pretty satisfied, I'd say.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? It's all balanced depending on the schedule, how tired you can be, and how things are going to work when you're in. Each tournament's different, right? Some tournaments you're playing more games in a day. Sometimes you're only playing one. For you though, Valde, when do you like to work out? Does it really bother you if it's morning, afternoon, evening? Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I actually do have a preference, and I can't give you any logical reason as to why it is, but I've always been the type of guy who likes to go in the evening.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just think like less people in the gym. There is this kind of zen atmosphere for me, at least in the evening, when the streets are empty and it's dark outside.
So you're talking real late then, not like the 5 to 7 p.m. kind of
No,
madness.
I'm talking like from 9 onwards.
Yeah.
So can be right up until midnight for me. That's typically when I feel the best, actually. And it's not even because I'm the type of guy who goes to bed at like 4 in the morning every day. Actually, no, but I've just always liked, no matter if it's running, going to the gym, all this kind of stuff, always preferred working out in the evening. Okay. And I, again, can't really give you a good reason as to why. I think it's just like people are what do you call it? Like in Danish, we call it A and B persons. But like some people just like to wake up early in the morning, and some people like to sleep late. I guess it's the same for me with workouts. I just like going to the gym late. And I guess that's it.
I go for mine like always, preferably in the mornings. But like, for instance, if a tournament is starting really early and I have to do it in the evenings, that's fine. Like I think one of the days when we were doing Blast London, I did one smaller workout in the morning just so I felt good, had the buzz and the endorphins rolling in myself before we went to work. And then when we finished at like 10 o'clock at night, I was like, okay, can just go hit a little bit more, finish the rest of this off and give myself a nice session before bed. Because I know some people are like, oh, I like to do it to tire me out and stuff like that. But I don't know. I take pre-workouts, so I don't want to be doing. I don't want to be doing a pre-workout before I go to bed. That's not going to work out well for me at all.
No, probably not.
Well, this is an interesting one. It says, have you looked into more advanced bodyweight exercises like one-arm pull-ups, front lever, planche push-ups, which I guess is that the triangle ones? I think he means. And do you think you can get similar gains since the progressive overload as well? I don't think you can get as many gains from that kind of stuff as you would like in terms of size-wise and stuff from doing actual weighted workouts and weighted lifted. But as me and Valde were talking about earlier, he's very much you can get into just good overall body shape with it. I think that's the key thing. It depends what your goals are and how you want to do it.
But I will say though, like the the exercises he's mentioning, as far as I'm aware, is quite advanced. So it will require a lot of time. Like it's hard to put it in exact amount of time. Like you have to do calisthenics for, I don't know, like 1 year before you can do this type of stuff, because it all comes down to your like where you started. Like some people, let's say they want to get into calisthenics, might have to lose some weight before they can even get started, just simply because it's tough, you know. So it totally depends on your starting point. But yeah, it's advanced stuff like this. I've at least tried some of this stuff, but it's so tough. Like not even I was in good enough shape for some of this stuff. But again, I know DDK is actually quite good at the rings. Yeah, he's been doing some advanced bodyweight stuff like this.
Yeah, for what you were saying there in terms of like bodyweight and it being harder for you. Before I'd lost all this weight, like I was having to do assisted everything, assisted push-up, assisted dips, assisted pull-ups. Now I'm doing better and it's become easier. But yeah, a lot of bodyweight ones can be really intense, especially some of the one-arm ones and one legs. And you have to be really good on your core strength as well because there's a lot of balance being put in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is interesting. Well, you might not even have it in your exercises, but one guy asked, how much do you bench, Valde?
Well, I'm not how much do I bench? Not that much, I can tell you. How much do you bench? Because then I'm actually not sure because I didn't do it for a long time.
So I was just getting off the 160 kg. Don't do any of the weights in pounds. But then I've been doing calorie deficit. So when I get back onto doing like full food, I'm hoping we can push that a little bit further. I'm pretty happy with that. But that's not like I don't do the silly 1 rep max thing. That doesn't interest me. That's just 4 sets, start and try and add weight onto each time and try and push every exercise.
To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure. Like I cannot remember exactly because usually I'm not doing that much benching. So actually, I'm not sure, and I don't want to give like false information here.
Valde's out here lifting 200 kg bench press.
I know, like I know what I weigh. I weigh about 70 kilos.
Yes, yeah.
71, 70. And I know my max deadlift was about 120 kilos, which is like okay in terms of like, so I remember my but I don't remember my max squat and my max bench. I'm sorry, bro. I saw a guy who asked as well if I have any tattoos.
Yes, yeah. I ignored that one because I was like, it's not really a fitness question, but if you want to answer
it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind answering these kind of questions. Like, and the answer is like, no, I actually don't have any tattoos. A lot of people are asking me this actually. But I think it basically comes down to the fact that if I want to get something, I'm the type of guy who wants to get it done properly. Yeah. So I'm not the type of guy who will have, like one tattoo here and another tattoo here. And like, if I'm getting something, I'll probably get a sleeve or get my entire back done or something like this.
Yeah.
But I just simply haven't decided if I'll regret it when I get older, and just combined with the fact that like I don't have what do you call it, like a motive?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I don't want a specific thing that I've always dreamt about getting done. And to be honest with you, I don't want these like generic tattoos that everyone else has. So just the fact that I haven't been quite sure of myself in terms of like if I should do it or not, combined with the fact that I'm not sure what I would get, just made the decision like at least postponed for me. So yeah, so far I haven't gotten any, but I know a lot of my former teammates has some pretty cool tattoos. Like AC has a pretty cool sleeve from
Oh
like
yes.
one of the best tattooers in Europe, and I think same goes for Device, and I think Cajun as well. He's had his like whole back done, and he has a complete sleeve as well. So but yeah, also a lot of other pros are getting tattoos, I guess. So like Simple has tattoos, right? And Cold Zero has tattoos. A lot of people are getting tattoos nowadays.
And so I have quite a fair few amount of tattoos.
Yeah, you have a fair few as well,
Yeah.
so maybe you should
I really agree with you on the
talk
whole
about
like
this stuff.
don't get it unless you really know what you want kind of thing, because
Yeah,
I've had loads of people that have gone and got one when they're like, I'm not saying age is the defining factor, but they go as soon as they're 18 they go like, oh, I want to go get a tattoo. And
yeah,
they've not really thought about it. Like for me, I've got my friend, he was shot dead. I had him put on my leg because he was a really close friend of mine. I had another one that I had done that was completely freehand. I had another one which I basically made sure the design was completely unique. It like couldn't be copied. It wasn't going to be done by anyone else. It was done by a really good traditional Japanese artist, and it's quite a unique style in that sense. And I think you have to really love it, because this
yeah,
is it's
I agree.
legit on your body for the rest of your life. Like you can get
Yep.
it lasered off and stuff, but that's even worse pain I've heard than
Yes,
actually getting a
not.
tattoo.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
always all come off depending on what colors you've used
yeah,
and things. So
yeah.
if anyone's thinking of tattoo, think wisely. Take your time about it. There's no rush, because you got to deal with that
What
forever.
did you get like the did you get the old school Japanese style where they actually
Yeah.
sit with like a stick that has like three pointers at
Oh
the end, and then it's like getting pinched into your skin? Do you know what I'm talking about? I
yes,
just
yeah,
saw some documentary ones about
dude.
the really old school, like the the like the yakuzas and stuff in
Exactly. Yeah.
Japan, who's getting this old school style, and it just looks insanely painful.
So
Like I
I
know
had
it's
the
supposed to be
option.
so bad.
I had the option for that, and what I did, so I was in Korea at the time for an event, and it's the one I got on my arm here. I'm covered up with my gym clothes at the moment, but
Yeah.
it basically, I loved the design. He'd drawn it freehand in front of me, and I was so tempted to go for it. And then, without knowing, he didn't actually have any tattoo machines. He only does it in this old style. And I'm like
Okay.
21 at the time. I'm looking at this, and I'm in Korea. Like I'm using someone to
Okay.
translate it for me. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe not. So I was like, how much do I have to pay you for the design? Like, I'll
Yeah.
take the design and get someone who can tattoo it, because,
Yeah.
like you said, it does look insanely painful. Like,
Yeah.
supposedly it's one of the best ways to get tattoos in terms of it going into
Yeah.
your skin
That's
and
it's
ink and things. But, oh, I don't think I'm ready for that, mate. Like, I the one I had
uh,
on my chest, that was crazy painful. The center of the
yeah.
chest, like more towards the bone. And I'm
I
thinking,
know.
doing that tapping stuff.
Yeah. I just know for a fact, like just because I've seen quite a lot about it, I just know like some of these places you can't even just call them and book a time. You
Yeah.
have to know someone who knows someone, and then you can only get to the really good ones this way. But just when I saw some of the footage from the tattoo shop, it's like a classic movie theme. It's like in a
Hmm.
dark alley, and then you go down to like a basement, and it's like this 70-year-old guy who's sitting there with a long white beard, and that's at least how I imagine it is. But these people, like, they're getting the full body tattoo from like the neck.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure like in Japan you want to be able to wear like what is it called, like what do you call it, like not a t-shirt but like the, why do I forget, I need to fucking translate this. Holy shit, wait a minute.
Thank God for Google Translate,
Yeah, thank God for that. Let me see. Okay, I guess it says a shirt, but I mean like a nice shirt, without being able to see the tattoos, you know.
Okay. So it's hiding
Yeah.
it a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're a financial dude or something and you're
Yeah.
sitting into a meeting, it's maybe not the best signal to give out to the world, you know.
But
At least in old times, at least.
I was really surprised because when I got my sleeve done, obviously with us doing broadcast stuff, most of us are covered up anyway, shirts and things. And there was one TO that was asking me, and they were like, "Oh, just roll your sleeves up. Like, we want you to have your tattoo out." I was like, "Okay, cool. This is awesome. You actually want me to show it off? Like, the thing I spent all this money on. You're down for it."
Yeah.
All right. Well, we haven't got any more questions in the chat. We've covered a lot of your fitness thing, mate. We're taking a lot of your morning. So, Valde, if you've got anything else you want to say, any final things, I'm going to then take these crazy guys in chat for a full workout. I know you don't have the space to do it, but you'll be on your runs later, I'm sure.
Yeah, I will. No, nothing too much, I guess. I'm just gonna be enjoying the time at home, getting some hours into the game, and then it's back to practice for us tonight. So
Oh, brilliant.
I'm gonna go walk my dog, and then I'm gonna get some food, and then yeah, I guess I'll see you guys around.
How is practice now, by the way? Is it a lot easier? Because I guess everyone's at home, right? So it's easier to
Yeah.
get games and stuff set up. You're getting some solid practice in.
Yeah, I guess we don't really miss practice in that sense, but things have actually been running quite like normal.
Brilliant.
I think we're so fortunate that we're playing I'm gonna call it a sport. You know,
Yes,
fuck it.
it is a sport. Definitely.
That we're playing something that can actually be played online. Because if you're a football player, you know, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Because you cannot play football online, you know, unless you play FIFA.
About to say they're going to turn it to FIFA, right? We're going to see all the
Yeah.
professional footballers now try their hands at FIFA, have to play their team, have to play themselves. That'd be an interesting one. Well, Valde, thank you very much for joining me, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day and good luck on practice later. Appreciate all your insight.
Cheers, brother. See you.
Cheers. See you later. All right, guys. So that was Mr. Valde there with us, giving us insight, answering your questions. So he doesn't quite have the room at the moment to do the workout with me, so you've got me now to guide you through all of this. So let's get this ready. So this is the third workout we've been doing here. Again, I've changed things up a little bit. You can go back and look at the VODs, you can go back on YouTube, you can see everything that's being done there. All you need for this is literally just yourself, and you'll be able to do all of the exercises I'm showing you. If you have some weights, if you have some kettlebells and stuff like that at home, you can use that as well. But we're going to go through this workout, and then I'm going to take you guys through some stretching, because that was mentioned yesterday. Me and Gabe were talking about it. I'm going to go through some basic stretches of what you can be doing. Stretching is really important. Like, I used to be super flexible when I was doing my kickboxing and MMA. I am not very flexible now. When I became super fat, did not look good. It was very unhealthy. Bones were definitely not being able to feel as comfortable. My body was not flexible as it should have been. So these are some stretches I use and stuff like that. Well, first of all, I'm going to take us through all of these bits. What I'm just going to do is, let's go. All right, got enough water. That's another thing. Always make sure you've got water, guys. It's very important. Your drink's ready. I'm going to grab my towel and then get us into this first workout. And I'm going to first of all take you through how we do each of them. Normal press-ups, bodyweight squats, lunges, calf raises. Then we go into single leg deadlift, a little bit of a harder one to do. And then mountain climbers at the end. You can always see the first and last exercise in there. They're more of these like build your heart rate up and get that fat burning, pushing. And remember, we do all of these exercises without like a single break with it. So we kind of rush through it. Well, not rush through it. You do it at your own speed, but you go through all of the exercises. That's one set. And that means your heart rate's elevated, you're pushing yourself, we're feeling all good. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab my towel because I forgot about that. Get sweaty. You heard Gage last time around. He was getting out of breath and everything, and that dude's in good shape as well. So let's get this on in just a second. Let me start the music back up as well while I'm doing this. People were saying I wanted music last time, so I'll leave like a low vibe of music there. Towel secured. So who's ready for this workout? Who's ready to join in? Remember, if you're not able to join in right now, you might be busy, you might be doing some studying or whatever. We have some people doing school studies during all of this corona craziness. You can join in any time. You can watch the VODs back. This will be the third workout, so you guys can choose many different ways. Keep it busy, keep it mixing it up. Because I think the one thing that's really important is not to get bored. When I've been doing these, if you like doing back and forward day after day, you want to try and mix it up a little bit, push the body, that side of things. And also, I've got to say this and stress this enough. If you're not feeling well, feeling dizzy, too out of breath, just stop. You know your body. Just because I'm doing it doesn't mean you have to keep doing it. We can all go our own pacing. I was literally a year ago 30 kg heavier, not in good shape. I could not be doing what I'm doing right now. So think about that and how that all works, because you don't want to be killing yourself with this, right? The idea is we keep you healthy, and as long as you're pushing yourself, and if I'm saying try and do 10 to 15 and you can only do 5, well, there was a time where I couldn't even do a push-up without my knees being on the floor. Now I'm doing the proper push-ups. So it's all learning, it's all going at your own pace. It's all of us trying to do this and work it out together. So I'm going to move my webcam into the correct position so you guys can see everything. There we go. Mat at the bottom. This is probably the most difficult part of the workout, guys. Me lining up the camera. Making as much room as possible to try and capture the workout. Okay, here we go. You see the mat down there. Lovely. So you see my kettlebells, the mat. We got the water and stuff. Need a timer for the 30 seconds. So 30 seconds at the beginning. This one's nice and easy. All I want to make sure that you guys do when you are doing this is lift your knees as high as you can. So really push and drive those knees up during the 30 seconds of that. Then we go into press ups. Now press ups, nice and easy. Last time around, we did the wide ones for the back, where you push your arms out a little bit further. This one we're just going to go in for the normal, more getting towards the chest, triceps being worked in there. Straight down like this. Try and keep a straight line with your back. And then down, up, all the way down, up. But if you are struggling and you can't do that, you can use your knees, like I said. I'm going to use my knees just to show you guys. I'll make sure I'm on the mat. So with your knees, this means you might just struggle a little bit more so with doing press ups. Knees just takes a little bit of the stress and pressure off, and you can start with this, and that'll help your body get used to it. And that's where I started. Plenty of people started like that. Then afterwards, squat. Squat nice and easy. Now, you'll see, I'm always doing press ups, whether it's wide or normal, and we're always doing squats. Squats are great for all over body. Everyone will have a different way of doing it, so a different stance potentially, depending on how far you want to go. The goal is that you get your butt as far down to the ground as possible. So some people will be able to maybe stand here, like shoulder width apart. Some people might go a little bit further, and you go all the way down. The key part is that you go all the way down here, see? Keep your head up while you're doing it. So head facing upwards, very important. And you get that nice arch in your back, and you push your butt out, and you get down. They call it ass to ground. That's not the thing they're shouting at a point like this. Right, afterwards we're doing lunges. So lunges are nice and easy. Again, a bit more leg focused here. And I love lunges. Lunges are really good for your quads. They're very hard to work. Legs obviously such a big strong muscle in there. When you're doing your lunges, just step forward, come down, push back up, step forward. You can do this while having kettlebells or weights in your hands. And just come down nicely like that. Do not let this knee though, the knee that's going down behind, don't let that touch. You hold it there, pull the focus on, push it back up. Do that across both legs. Remember, if you don't quite understand this or you're not seeing all of it, you can very easily just Google the exercise, look at the correct form. It's very important. I say this so many times. Form is the main thing. So if you want to have a good form with it, it's better you do less exercises, but do them correctly and make sure you got that all right, than do it wrong and keep trying to push your way through it. And obviously, if you're talking in chat, I'll take any questions across the board here. Calf raises. This one's a really easy one, but it's a good one. Calves are a hard muscle to work. So hopefully you can see from here. You go up on your tiptoes, You feel the tension on your calves, you come back down, but you do not let your heels touch back down on the floor. So all the way up, you hold for a couple of seconds at the top, back down. So when I've gone back down like this is a no. You want to keep it up. Put your hands in front of you, get that balance. And you see, never let it go at the top. Up, hold, slowly back down without touching, and push back up again. There, your calf raises. And this one, single leg deadlift. This is quite hard, I'll be honest. So when you're doing it, you want to kind of push down and stretch and then up. Now it's very hard balance wise. I've added this one in there because it's something I'm trying. I'm used to doing normal deadlifts, which would be kind of shoulder width apart, grabbing the bar, coming up, pulling. You can see it from both sides. This one, being single leg, you want to kind of put your hands out towards the front, balance on one leg. You can have a slight bend in the knee with it, and then you go all the way down like this, and then back up. Not easy at all. Could be hard. If you are struggling with it, if you can't do it, do not worry. It's just me trying to mix things up, add some more exercises for you guys to work. If I follow your regime exactly, can I build chicken legs like yours? Funny motherfucker. Mate, I have lost so much weight. You should have seen what they looked like before. They were like fat chicken legs instead. Ones that have been injected with tons of horrible fats across it. Alright, let's see. On the rest. Working out a lot changes a lot of your reflex-based movements. That's why we do the stretching and stuff. Alright. This is the third routine that we've had in here as well, guys. So if you've missed any of the other ones, you want to try different exercises and things, I've made sure I've given you 3 different versions. I'm going to go through this whole workout with you guys now. Then I'm going to show you some of the stretches afterwards, and stretching is incredibly important. So let me get all the timers ready. Just make sure I'm not missing any of this. Hopefully the music level's alright. You guys are asking for music in the background while we're doing this. Alright, timer ready. 30 seconds. Put it down. So we're going to start with our running on the spot. Very important to keep those knees high. If you're like me and you live in an apartment, probably going to annoy your neighbours by standing on that head all day. But you know what? Fitness is important. If you can do this, give yourself a nice bit of space as well. There we go. Alright, then we go down to our press ups. 10 to 15 is ideal. Again, if you can't do it, it's not a problem. And then straight up into the squats. Remember what I said about squats? Doesn't matter how many you do, what position you get in, you drive up with your heel as you go through. Down, get that butt down as far as possible. Works the legs, works the quads. Another 10 to 15. I'm squatting almost every day at the moment. I really feel I burn through my legs. You want to try and not break between the exercises. Keep the head up, keep your balance. Right, after this, do the lunges. So lunges are always difficult. We're going to try for 10 on each leg. Just come forward. Nicely down. Don't let that knee touch the floor. I'm going to push up on it. really blasting those legs. No pun intended, it's actually just a phrase I would use. Then you've got to do the other leg. A lot of this will help with a bit of your core as well. Okay, after this, straight into the calf raises. So like I said with the calf raises, when you're going up, hold at the top, slowly back down. Do not let your heels go back and touch the mat. Stay on your tiptoes. Up to the top, back down, up to the top and hold, back down. This is good one for balance again as well. Your legs should be pretty tired anyway. Very important to hold at the top for a couple of seconds if you can. If you're holding that tension, working the muscle out a bit more. If you're going for 20 of these, it's brilliant. Really push your calf muscles. Alright, now we're going to get into the one leg deadlift. As I said, this one's really hard. I definitely don't find it easy at all. You need a good bit of room because you're going forward and this leg's going backwards. So when you do it, start like this, head back down, up. 1, 2. Have a slight bend in your leg with it. I might have to do it this way around, just so I can actually get, I kept hitting the wall there. I want to make sure I can get the right movement in. If you're not sure on it, make sure you Google, have a look at how the exercise should be formed. Form is very important. I should be able to pull this off a lot better now. There we go. Actually feeling it. Balance is really hard with this. Your legs are certainly going to be feeling it. We've got a lot of leg exercises in this one. Really good. This helps with a bit of stretching as well. Then you move on to the other leg. Always important to work both legs. You don't need to rush it either. See some people have done this with like kettlebells and stuff as well. I'm not ready for that yet. A lot of balance is key. If you're doing it along with me, keep it up, keep pushing. I nearly lost that one. And one more. Alright, and then to finish with, mountain climbers. Actually, I didn't show you this one at the end. So mountain climbers, you get down into your push-up position and you bring your legs in. What I'm going to do is go sideways with it, engage a bit of the core. You try and blast your way to 40. Boom. remember when Gabe was doing it last time, everyone was saying he's like Usain Bolt doing it. I am. I should absolutely do that after coffee though. It's a small room for a big guy. Yeah, I'm trying to make it work, guys. Trying to make it work as much as possible. Yeah, that's kind of the goal, to have a workout friend in some way. People like to have partners in the gym, stuff like that. You can see heart rate can go up. If you were here last week on Wednesday, you would have seen Gade. He's in really good shape. Still getting tired out by it all. But it's about pushing yourself. So now we have a couple minutes break in this. Make sure you take your water, keep hydrated, wipe that sweat, whatever else you want to do. It's actually a warm day outside today as well, looking nice. Here in Kiev. And then we'll go through the whole set of exercises again. I'll take you through 3 sets today. 4 sets is what I recommend everyone do, but we had a very long talk with Valde, which was great. Normally I'd be doing the workouts with these guys, but he didn't have enough room, sadly. And then I'm going to take you through the stretching. So the stretching is very important. Remember, this is the 3rd workout, so we have 3 different variations now. You can see the idea is to keep yourself going, keep yourself at the top with all of it in terms of heart rate, and really push yourself throughout. All right. Let's go back around and do it again. Let's make it happen. We'll set that timer. So 30 seconds running, keep those knees high. 3, 2, 1. If you got any questions, guys, you can fire them in chat. It's not a problem. There we go. There's the first. Right then, straight into our press ups, down the ground. Remember, if you can't do them normally, you can do them with your knees on the floor. 10 to 15, if you can't do that many, doesn't matter. Do what you can. Let's go. Alright, then up into the squats. Remember, the aim is to get your ass as low as you can. To try do 10 to 15 again. Depending on how heavy you are, you might be able to do less or more. Weights key factor, all the body weight stuff. Let's go. Alright, after the squats, into the lunges. Try to do 10 on each leg. If you can't do 10, it really doesn't matter. It's about pushing yourself. It's pushing your body. Remember, there's no weights in this, just your body weight. Everyone's going to be different. So we step forward, down, and back up. Don't let that knee touch. Down, back up. Really start to feel that burn on your quads, especially after the squat's been in there. So over to the other leg. Oh. Alright, then we're going to go get into our calf raises. Remember, like what I said with the calf raises, on your tiptoes, a little bit less than shoulder width apart, get your balance, push up, hold, keep that tension, slowly back down, push up, hold, back down. Do about 20 of these, would be great. Do not let the heels touch back on the floor. Stay on your tiptoes, makes it harder for you. If you find yourself falling back down, that's fine. Just push back up again. See, look, I just fell back then. Get back up, hold it, and back down. It can happen. So keeping those calves nice and tight, pushing up on it all. Last few. And we get into the tough ones. So last two exercises, single leg deadlift. Make sure I get my chair. I'm trying to maximise the room I've got here. If you're tall like me, you're gonna need some room. I'm 6'4", so when I move back, there's actually just not enough room for me to do it all. But we'll try. So, one leg with a slight bend in it, pushing forward, down, and then back up. Down, and then back up. See, really hard, especially after doing the leg exercises. I'm gonna keep hitting this side here, so I need to do a front on for you guys. So, slight bend in the leg, down, back up. Push that leg at the back far. And these are one leg deadlifts. So normal deadlifts are a lot harder to do. And if you've got weights and stuff, we're doing it all body weight. Your balance is so key in this as well. And you get onto the other leg. If you're struggling with this one, don't worry. Try and get that balance. You can do one, if you can do two. See, I'm struggling. We're just on the third week of these workouts now. So I'm trying to change it up it a bit for you guys. Keep it different. It is hard. Definitely ease on my right leg. Funny because I'm left-handed. I'm right-footed in football. And then finally into the mountain climbers. Remember, you've got the two variations you can do of it. Straight up into the chest. We can go a bit more towards the side. I prefer the side ones. Engage the core. Try and do 40 of those. Fast as you can. Get that heart rate back up at the end. All right, so another circuit complete. This is the weekly workout. It's only weird. If you think it's weird, it's your choice. but this is promoting health, fitness, trying to keep you guys exercised up a little bit throughout all the quarantine, with gyms being closed and all that, you know. Certainly not easy. If you've got any questions, now's the time you stick it in chat, guys. I'm checking both YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, we do push-ups. We always do push-ups. You look too big for those tiny kettlebells. I just bought the heaviest ones I could get. 12 and 8 kg. Compared to what I lift on like normal weighted workouts. Very easy. I'm doing, actually kettlebells. If people had kettlebells, we could certainly do it. But obviously, I'm trying to make it so everyone can do it without equipment. But I post on my Insta stories a lot of the workouts I do. One good one with the kettlebells is hold and push up, and then hold it. Try and hold for a minute or so. I've been doing that with the 12 kg. Again, some of that shoulder strength in there. I've always been pretty happy with what my shoulders have been able to do, where I've been at with it. I'm glad you find it useful, man. That's what it's all about. I really don't care if it's 4 people doing this or 4,000 people doing it. For me, I'll be doing it anyway. I've been working on these workouts with a personal trainer in Australia, getting his advice and feedback. He helped me out with the first one massively. I want to make sure, because basically the first workout I put together, I posted it online, but it was very intense for someone who would maybe just be starting out. So a lot of these are designed to really push even people like me who can do good. Someone like Gade, who we had on last week, who is really fit, really good at running, doing high explosive workouts and stuff. And even him, from doing this, was getting out of breath like I am, sweating. You should have seen him. He said he could take his top off and wring out the sweat from it. And that's because this is designed for anybody. And it will still give you a fat burn. It will still give you high heart rate to really push yourself. It will help you with a bit of toning, muscle growth. You're not going to go and look like a bodybuilder off the back of this, no. But it's a good start. Get your heart rate going, get you fit and healthy. So we're ready at 11:15. I'm going to take you through one more full set of this. This is just 3 that I've got to have gone through with you guys. Normally I'd recommend 4, but I want to show you the stretching as well. Don't want to run this for too long. We had Valde on for an amazing talk at the beginning. He was really helpful with that to get his insights. And what's really fun when you're talking to different pro players, they obviously all do different types of workout. They all approach fitness in a different way. They have a different mindset to it. So my goal is that when I'm interviewing them, when I'm talking to them, we have a player who can bring something that maybe works for you. So like Valde was saying there, he's happy with 3 to 4 times a week. Me personally, for me, I like to go 5 to 6 times a week. That's because of the way I train. Everyone trains differently. It's who we can learn from. And I'm learning from doing this because this is definitely not my normal workout. I'm just normally all about banging and clanging the weights. So it's all about learning, all about growing this together. So let's get one more of these out of the way. If you're watching on the VOD, aim for 4. If you're watching on Twitch and YouTube right now, try and do 4 as well. I'm just making sure we get through all of this because I really want to show you guys stretching because we haven't done any stretching thus far. So if you're feeling good, I'm going to start the timer. 30 seconds. Get yourselves ready. Let's go. Knees up nice and high. If you live in an apartment like me, annoy your neighbours by standing on their head. I'm a big heavy dude. Probably very annoying to them. This is really tough on the legs to keep pushing them so high. We've been doing a lot of leg stuff in this one. The squats, the lunges, the calf raises, the mountain climbs even included, and obviously the jog. So down again into your press up position, 10 to 15 if you can. then up into your squats. I'm not a YouTuber, I'm just an esports host. I was surprised when I noticed blast streaming on sport and fitness. That's what we do. We do everything. So squats, find your comfortable position. You're driving through with your heels, which is here. Squatting down, get your bum as low to the ground as possible. Another 10 to 15. I feel like these lunges are going to mess me up. Alright, into the lunges, trying to do 10 on each leg. Don't worry if you've only just tuned in. This workout I'm taking you through, you complete these sets all in one go without taking a minimal break between the sets. Get the heart rate high, push your body, push yourself. The VODs will be on YouTube, you'll be able to watch it back. This is the 3rd episode, so a good amount of workouts for you to choose from. I'm doing these workouts 4 to 5 times a week at the moment because the gyms are all closed. I'm finding from someone who used to do a lot of heavy weights, like bodybuilding training, I don't want to be a bodybuilder, I just like the way it looks. I like pushing myself to lift heavy, see what my body can do. But I'm finding more definition, more fat being lost, while still probably got a little bit smaller in size, but I look better at the moment. Alright, swap over to the other leg. You really will start to feel the burn now on your quads as you're pushing up. You burn out those legs. It's hard to remember how many I've done when I'm talking to you guys. Alright, from lunges into the calf raises. Again with the calf raises, guys, get on your tiptoes, hold yourself, hands out, hands in front of you, balance, hold at the top, and then come back down. Don't let it touch. See, I'm touching now? Don't let it touch, hold up here. Keep this tight, this muscle should feel contracted all the time. Keep the tension, we're aim for 20, hold at the top, and back down. Don't let it touch, and push back up again. Calves are really hard muscles to work, especially with no equipment, so use your body weight. I'm giving you numbers like 10 to 15 or so. If you're a skinnier, lighter guy, or maybe you're a more in shape person, then up the numbers. If you think I'm doing terrible and you can do better, then show me, prove it. It's all about pushing yourself. Bodyweight exercises can be done by anyone, for anyone, to make it work. And as Valde was saying when I was talking to him for the interview, you can make the magic happen however you want. Body weight's good at getting an overall good body type, strong body, healthy body. Alright, after the calf raises, what we've got left to do, single leg deadlift. This one's very hard. You saw how much I was struggling with before. Sweating hell. Ooh. So a normal deadlift, you be down, you have some weights, shoulder width apart, you peel it down, slight bend in legs, pull the weight back up. With this, I'll show you again from here, I'm going to kicking stuff. You go on one leg, slight bend, all the way down, see that I'll kick the side of the thing. So, again, if you're a big dude like me, see me doing 10 but it's too hard for you, Do a bit less, do 5, do 6. Push yourself to where you're comfortable. Don't hurt yourself. If you feel dizzy, stop. If you feel too tired, stop. You can hear, I'm out of breath. Not easy for me either. But that's the whole point. It shouldn't be easy. If it's easy, you should be doing more. If you think it's too hard or it hurts in certain places more than you probably should, check online, check the name of the exercise, check you're doing the correct form. Right, my legs, feeling it. Slight bend in the leg you're pivoting on. I'm going to be trying to get a better webcam soon as well, so I can show you guys more of what I'm doing. I'm moving apartment at the beginning of May, so we'll have a bigger area to work with. Whew. Oh, nearly slipped on that one. So again, even with me, you might be able to only do so many. Doesn't matter, I told you this one was hard. Down. Woohoo, see? My legs, feeling it. Big pain. Not pain that's like I need to stop, but a pain where I can feel the muscles tightening and I'm slipping. It can happen to any of us. Every video you see on YouTube, the guys filmed it like 30 times to make it perfect. That's why I want to give you the raw, real, natural knee. Oh God. A few more of these. You're doing better than me right now. Well done. This is not easy. I only started this at the end of last week to try and add it to this. Oh, 2 more. I can do it. Right, final blast. Mountain climbers. Down the position. Now, again, you just drive your knees up. I'm going to go sideways to engage the abs and core. 40. Oh. Whew. Whew. All right. That was good. That's great, some streamers doing this. Hi. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The more it hurts, the better it feels later. Getting up hurts. So there's a difference between pain. If it's like muscle pain because it's tight, generally it should be okay, but just listen to your own body. Fucking hell, sweater's on. Yeah, those climbers and the 30-second run at the beginning. 30-second run is to like really boost your heart rate a little bit. Then you get into the exercises, where there are minimal breaks in between press up, squat, lunges, etc. And the mountain climbers at the end, after done all that leg stuff, just to blast it again, right in there. Those are drunken mountain climbers, right? I think they're called drunken mountain climbers. I call them the sideways. I just like them because you get a bit of that side core in. Now, if anyone's looking at abs, we've done 2 abs workouts on the last 2 episodes. So go find Blast Premier on YouTube, look at the VODs. What I'm going to take you guys through now is stretching. So, people were looking at it last week, stretching. Not easy. I'm really lucky. My girlfriend did a lot of like dance and stuff. She does yoga. She's incredibly stretchy and helps me because I do a lot of weights. It means my body's like a bit tighter in places and I can't stretch as much. So this should be fun for us to go through. I've got as much advice from her as possible. Some of these are not easy. Ideally, you want to hold each stretch for about 30 seconds. I'm going to take you through the whole stretching side of things. Then we'll do a bit of a Q&A if anyone's got any questions. And then we'll close out the show. Keep your questions coming. I'm looking at both YouTube and Twitch right now. No pain, no aim. We've changed that for CS. But seriously, you are feeling a bit of pain. There's nothing wrong with stopping. I'm going to try and reposition the camera a bit for the stretching side. Yeah, okay, that seems to work. Okay, I've got to remember all of this stretching. So first one, sky reach body extension. I'll go all the way back. So this one, you even go up on your tiptoes like we do on the mountain climbers. Putting your arms up above you, you're stretching out. See how my hands are like this in front of me? Take it all the way to the top, and you hold that for about 30 seconds. I didn't set a timer, my bad. I'll do it on the next one. So you stretch all the way up. And with stretching, push. Don't just sit there and go like lax like this, right? That's not doing it. Stretch up, push up. Push up on your tiptoes. Keep your heels off the ground. Give yourself a nice overall stretch. Then the next one is toe touch. So this one I'll move the camera back down a bit. This is why we've got to get me a better camera and stuff set up. It will be happening, do not worry. I appreciate you guys dealing with it for the moment. So a toe touch, it is literally what it says. Hands out in front of you like this. Get your legs, they're not directly together, a little bit further apart, maybe just under what shoulder width is. And then you bend down and try and touch your toes. I cannot touch my toes. I'm trying. I'm doing this nearly every day. My goal is to touch my toes. But the point is that you push down and you're aiming. So you keep your legs straight. Do not bend your legs. Don't cheat and go, oh look, I touched my toes. It doesn't work like that. Keep those legs straight. Keep your back down and then push forward. And there's no problem with having, so don't just bounce like this. But if you want to have a little push, then you can't, and then a little push again. But you should feel all the tightness in your legs, stretching all those muscles, stretching your arms, pushing down as far as you can go. Okay, next one. Oh, this one's an easy one, neck roll. Now you might think, oh yeah, this is super easy. It is, but it's important because your neck takes a lot of strain that you don't realise. Your neck's a very strong muscle. And it also works around the top of your shoulders a bit. So you literally, the way I do it, the way I've always been taught to do it, you start by looking over towards your left, really push, like you're trying to look behind you. And the key part is always keep pushing. So I'm looking at that painting behind me, I'm saying, I'm going to look further, more, then move back over, head towards a straight position, then do the other side. You see the light behind me, I want to try to look at that. Keep your body facing forward and straight, look, see yourself over. Don't forget to breathe as well. Very important stretching to keep yourself nicely down. If anyone does yoga, you should be pretty good at this. Yoga is amazing. It's not something I've looked into massively myself, but you know, during the quarantine I might try to learn it. Then afterwards, head down. And this one seems really easy and silly, but you're just looking down, you're just relaxing this back muscle of your neck and just going, okay, I'm down. Try not to fall asleep. I know for some of you, you've had a late gaming night. Could be early for you, but I appreciate you all being here. Then up, and this one, stretch up here. Again, focus on a point above you. You can't quite see. Look at it, push for it. I've not got really anything to look at, it's just a white ceiling ahead of me. But I've marked a spot in my mind. I want to look there. And then finally, just roll your neck. Don't go too fast, it's not a race. And you see it, I'm going to full range here. It's like we're doing some Bride of Chucky stuff or some exorcism where the head turns around. Have you seen that movie? Oh, then the other way. So you've gone clockwise and anti-clockwise. if I can convince the missus to actually come on a stream. She's not a fan of them. I might get to take us through some yoga as well as the weeks go on. Okay, after this, shoulder roll, another easy one. Shoulders incredibly important because they take a lot of strain in other exercises that you don't think about. For me, my shoulders were always getting knotted. I highly recommend, if you are serious about your fitness and training, you invest in one of those massage guns. Sends vibrations. It's like a mini sports massage. Pimp uses one, I know. I think Anders went and bought one when he saw Pimp's one. So roll it forward at first, then roll backwards. Oh, that feels good. Shake it off, and then just do a few of these lifts as if you're shrugging but with no weight. Apologies if you can hear my cat in the background. She's just had 3 little kittens. She's quite a noisy woman at the moment. Oh, I can hear her anyway. You guys might be able to. Okay, tricep stretch. This one's lovely. Works your biggest arm muscle, your triceps. Come behind, so like this, up, down, and what you're doing is with the other arm, so you put in one arm behind your back like this, and using the other arm to try to push it down. And obviously don't push too much. What you're doing is you're stretching out that muscle. It's like you're trying to pull it over towards you, think of it that way. Like this. And again, the hold is important. Someone needs to @ Gymshark in this and tell them all the good work we're doing. Oh, get them to sponsor the show. Gamers, esports, fitness, this is where it's at. Keeping healthy during all this crazy quarantine times. Obviously work both arms on this as well. Oh, I feel like this arm needs it a little bit more than what the other one did. Really feeling that one. Again, hold for 30 seconds if you can. Back stretch is next. Okay, so this one can be quite difficult depending on how flexible you can be. So for me, I can't go out this far, right? Some of you might be able to go out even further. The idea is that you keep your back straight, you lock your arms in like this, behind you, and you sit there with the side on, you can see, and you just push out. Yeah? Push and hold. Keep your body tight, keep your core strength. This is a nice little one for the back. I'll show you from all sides how it should look. This one is one I need to work on more. Keep the shoulders back with it and push out. So you can see like that. Not an easy one at all. Okay, hamstring stretch. Alright, I'm gonna remind myself now because perfect. Alright, so this is the small. I need to go further down. It's moving this webcam around again. Sorry, guys. Stay. If I go back, right with this one. So you've got the other one where you can do this and push. This is the one where I want to show you like this. So you do it from the side on. You've got this leg straight, my leg going forward. Got a slight bend in the right leg. And again, you're just reaching down your leg. You want to try and touch the toe if you can. Like I said, I'm not that flexible. Key thing is keeping this straight. You can really feel this here being worked. We did a lot of legs today as well. And you push down and you hold. See, I can't get very close to it at all. And then go in, do the other side. So this leg being straight now, the other leg with a slight bend. Do you really feel that? All up here. Like I said, you guys asked for this. I've only got help from the missus. She's stretching guru over here. These are not easy. Aim for the toe. Can't quite reach it. Yeah, not happening. Alright, now we're gonna go for quad stretch. What we got? Don't worry guys, I'm sure he's healthy with things. I didn't do anything to him, I promise. He just didn't have any room for it. Okay, quad stretch. I remember this one. You should be able to see it from here. So, put your hand on the wall if you need to. If you've got good balance, you might not need to do that at all. Bring this back up here. Put body straight. And you pull this back as close to your butt as you can. And you hold. So then the hamstrings and the quads both in there. They're always the two I get mixed up the most. Back down. And the other leg. Try and hold each for like 30 seconds or so. You should try and do these stretches after every workout. Even if you didn't work the body part, stretching is good for flexibility and mobility. Alright, and then last one, frog stretch. Now these ones are hard, really hard. These ones, sometimes I struggle to get up from, but they're really good for you. So I'm gonna sit down on the floor. You may think, oh, before you do now, just have a little chat, a little chill. Oh, not at all. Get your legs like this, it's like a froggy pose. Then what you want to do is try and bring these as close to you as possible and push these down. So I personally hold them like this and I work with my elbows and push my legs down. Some people who are really flexible can stretch forward and do this. I'm not that person. If you are, I want to see a picture though. With this, it's the last stretch. Push down. Try and make that work. My missus can literally just go like all the way flat down. It's just looks painful, but this is really good for your legs. Push into it. Again, hold for 30 seconds. Feels a bit weird, I know. Feel like a frog. It's a good little stretch to do. Well, what I'm going to do on the next episode is show you stretches you should do before your exercises as well. Because the missus gave me some good ideas for that. Whew. But that is all your stretching. Invite Boomich next time. We can see if he's down to do it. Boomich is a funny guy to talk with, interview, hang around. He's really cool. I'm going to put the webcam back to normal position. If you guys have any questions or things you want to ask me, we'll do a Q&A. And then we'll be done with another workout until Wednesday. Wednesday I'll be back with another guest. Don't know who that guest is just yet. Maybe Boomich, that's who you want. No, I'm not in a hotel, I'm at home. In beautiful Kiev. It's a nice warm day today. It's actually 17 degrees right now, we're gonna go up to 20 a little bit later on. We're stuck inside, so I might just go sit on my balcony. Might try and go for a walk. Social distancing and all that though. Masks on, gloves on. At all times. The idea is and why we're doing this is to show you guys what can be done at home, how you can do the workouts. Whew. Yes, see you on Wednesday, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, if you missed any of this, it's all going to be on the VODs on the Blast Premier YouTube channel. You can see the previous two I've done, one with Gade, one I did on my own. A little conversation we had with Valde just then. They're Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 AM CEST. And if you don't see them live, you can do them whenever. You don't have to do them at the same time as me. You can catch them on the Blast Premier YouTube channel. I try and bring on a guest every time in every episode. I talk you through the exercises, how to do the exercises. We've done abs. We've done two fat burning and toning workouts. We've just done one day for legs as well. It's all body weight. You don't need any equipment. This is just easy for you guys to do at home. Just need a bit of space. My room is tiny. I have to move my bed all the way over to the other side of the room, and then make some room and do this. Luckily, moving an apartment in the beginning of May, so I'll have some more room. I will set up an awesome workout area for you guys in the living room. As long as I can stream it off a laptop, which I think should be possible because this isn't too intense, then we'll be laughing. We'll be really laughing. But if there's no questions, I will just end it here. We had a good chat with Valde about his workouts, what his thoughts are, all that side of things. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stretching. So I'm trying to cover as much as possible for you guys to learn from and make this happen. Let me check the YouTube comments as well. Yep, everyone just saying goodbye and stuff. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining me for the. Oh, here we go. We do have one. Do you reckon Alexi B could join? He has a pull-up bar. I saw. Yes, he does have a pull-up bar. Maybe he can join. We'll have to ask. We had Valde on, so I'm sure OG are happy for them to come on. Depends how much room he has. Again, right? We need to find people with some room. Gade had an awesome place. I got a great setup. He could work out, bigger room than what I had to do stuff from. But we'll try. So Boomich and Alexi B. That's who you want to get done. Let's try and make it happen. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it's helped again. Once again, I really do enjoy doing these. You can see, gets me sweaty, gets me tired as well. Stay healthy, eat well, stay safe, keep gaming, don't go outside. And I'll see you guys Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. CEST. And make sure you come back later tonight because they're going to be doing the clinic with Frankie where she has a couple of guests on and has a little chat. So enjoy.